Okay, so um, she said that on the example, I added the 130 to 134 and then divided by 5. So since there's only, you know, there's a bunch of things here. I'm not going to add 101, 102, 103, all the way to 200,000. I can just add 101. I can just do 101 plus 200 divided by 2 to get that midpoint. So that gives me like not a perfect number. So I'm going to just do it in my calculator. That gives me 301 divided by 2, which would be 150 at 500. Which I mean, it was 150.5 when I just did this, but then that's 150,500. You could do the whole numbers if you want. Maybe if the next one, if I do 201,000, I'm adding it with 300,000 because I'm trying to find that perfect middle. Again, notice I'm not subtracting, I am adding. So if I do 201,000. Another reason why the calculator is just frustrating is because, especially on our phones, it's not very like forgiving if you mistype something. So the next one is 250, 500, and then the last one, hopefully you're seeing the pattern, would be 350, 500. So if you had to do this in a calculator, I'll do that just in case we really want to see that and we couldn't care less about Excel. I would do 150, 500, 150,500 times 64, which is going to be a huge number. Maybe we should use Excel. Well, whatever. So 96,32,000, so 9 million. Then we're going to do 250, 500 times 26, which is 6,513,000. And then our last one we're going to do is we're going to do 350,500 times 5, which is 1,752,500. So since there's 3 of those, I have to add all those up and divide by 3. Again, this is why the calculator is kind of annoying. Giving me, when I add those up and divide by 3, giving me a mean of 5,965,883. And I should definitely double check the answer key because I used Excel when I was trying to. I jacked it up. That shouldn't make sense because there was no house over $1 million. So what should I do to my sum? I know what to do now, but I'm kind of goofy for not seeing it. I divided by 3. Does anybody know what I should have divided by?
95.
Again, I took those 3 big purple numbers and I divided by 3. Feel free to drop it in the chat or say it out loud. What should I have divided by? The correct answer is 188,394. I shouldn't have divided those by 3. I wanted to divide by, should the chat, we said it, divide by 95. Because again, it was that frequency right there was 95. So I wanted to make sure that was how many I divided by. So the only way I knew my answer was wrong was because I looked at it and I'm like, how is my mean, my average $5 million when the biggest thing I could possibly have is 400,000? So before you plug things into Alex, try to make sure that you're, you know, being pretty clear with like just interpreting your answer before you deal with it. if we had to interpret this 188,000 puts us in that first bracket, that first housing bracket, um, which again would not be the median number, or the median might be in there, but it's not in the middle category because there are 64 homes in that housing bracket, so it's really dominating, kind of skewing the data towards that first bracket there.